For one mark in the comments, explain.
Don't do it.
The idea of right person, wrong time is such a thing. Yeah.
Kill it, guys.
Yeah, finally. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Talk podcast. If you don't know, my name is Bokang, Jiyane, and we're going to have a good time together. I'm not alone. I am with a mate of mine. He goes by the name of Ntsako. Yeah.
Kill it, guys.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
So today's episode is gonna be easy. It's gonna be chilled.
Yeah.
Just play a bit of games, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
React to some confessions.
Yeah.
Because here we listen but we judge.
Yeah, that's about to.
Show me. Otherwise, first let's get to a bit of Ntsako, some icebreakers. Ntwana, what's your favorite food?
I think right now at Spa they have this thing called a Madeira loaf. We got a banana bread, mara. I say banana bread. Get the recipe in with that. Listen, every time it's there, I'm buying it. Even my mom was like, "Hey Joe, what's going on?"
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What's the color of your toothbrush?
Blue and white.
How often do you change your toothbrush actually?
3 months, guys. 3 months. It's really dirang.
Actually, whatever me, I don't judge people.
That's why you can have a hair.
Yo.
Satlakan.
I'm so dead. But valid, fair enough. And then why are you here today, Poison? Why are you here today?
I am here because of alignment. I believe that the space that I have been blessed to be in has allowed me to cross paths with a lot of great people. Case in point, you.
Yeah.
And with where I want to go in this, journey of life, Pazalwane, I feel like I need to jump at every opportunity that I can to be in the presence of greatness. Because I was thinking to myself, I've never actually taken the time to sit down and drink from your fountain of knowledge and experience. So this is a great opportunity to do that before Tomo Chaja 1 million.
Oh, this is VAT it to me. It's about 3 million because VAT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I figured let me come through.
Oh, yeah, no, that's generous. I don't know why people want to make me blush. Like, y'all invite the lang blush. So why? Stop it.
Tanse o blush.
Stop it.
Tanse o blush.
No, easy vibes, my dog. Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is this or that kind of vibes.
Okay.
So on radio, I do this thing called the Decider.
Yeah.
I take some not controversial, but some weird situations, and we see which one people prefer, right?
You've had some great ones.
Stop. But the first one, right, that I want to see is pineapple on pizza. Yes or no?
Yes. Grow up, guys. Grow up. Grow the fuck up.
Why am I aggressive now?
Why you pineapple on pizza? If you don't like it, take it off. It's that easy.
Valid. Like, now, I'm a fan of pineapple on pizza. I've never understood the hate. Honestly.
My brother doesn't like it, so I'll tread carefully. But like you really pineapple.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's like an apple pie. That thing is actually disgusting. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, okay.
So like I get the why is your fruit being warm situation. Like, it doesn't land. But for pineapple and cheese on bread, listen.
Yeah.
That thing slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Driving or passenger?
Depends. Because papa drive or license. So if it's a scene like that, then let me drive. But if you know how to drive, listen, I will be your passenger.
I'm a passenger princess, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like driving.
Also depends on the car. If the car's proper.
Fair enough.
Give me the keys.
I'm not a fan of I think I like driving when I still learned how to drive.
True.
And the more I drive, I'm like, nah, mine.
Funny enough, I feel like when I got my license, or before, as it was leading up to my license, I was very excited. Even on the day it was my learners, literally the next day, drove to Limpopo with my family. I was like, I'm driving the whole way, no changing. And then the more I did it, the more they're like, yeah, no, go do this, go do that. You have a license. I was like, no, guys. So now my brother has a license. I'm like, yes.
You're out the hood.
Kitsuile, guys, like, don't call me. Don't ask me to drive.
Yeah.
License.
No, for real, though. For real. I don't know, man. I think the moment I just got the license, moya fela, like.
Give little excitement thing, you can go wherever.
Yeah, it was nice when it started.
No, so how guy, and I'm like,
but can you drop your sister? Go,
yo,
can you go pick up your mother at?
Yo, one thing my mom would love doing when she comes back from work, I ask for the go to shopping, or high, or I'm shopping, and I'm like, it's on the way.
Like, what do you mean you waited to get home to give me the keys, bro?
Yes, but
that is so interesting. Okay, the last one, yeah? It's the most recent one I did on my show. Do you prefer ikota or ibega?
Kota. I wanted this.
Yeah.
Kota because kota I don't need to buy chips. He ke reka bega tshwantse ke reke di chips. Mara ka kota ke khona gore ba lekelele nama ela ya bega.
I hear that.
Kota. Wabo. So
listen, I like me a good coda. But as a cheese boy, I think I love me a burger, bro. I think that's the cheese boy in me.
Maybe ke di Gillette hate ke hola.
In the burger?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, Happy Go High, we have Wacky Wednesday every week. Like it's a thing, default setting. Right?
So you were the kids who went to school lunch last night?
Like the kids knew, hey, Ntsako.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yo.
Nah, bro. I'm a burger guy through and through. And like, it has to be a good burger. Like,
see, that's the problem.
Like, I'm very picky with my burgers. Like, the thing about God, then, so it's grand like ang nanking so kiba shapo so suta, but like I'm not gonna give you the level to say that this Russian is not the go, this Acha is not the go, like exactly. So na kabega, I can tell you this sauce is not the way. I can tell you this lettuce is not fresh cause nyayazi ibega kota ngizoyidla nje.
Okay, hot take. Pineapple in a burger. Wahupa last year's had that.
Yeah, I tried it actually.
How was that?
I didn't like it.
Why?
I didn't like it. It just didn't land for me, bro. The pineapple was just too hi.
I'm here.
How are you? Yeah,
but that's the point. Get promotion. So
true, but I feel like when something just overpowers. You know, like it felt like I'm eating a burger and then like is a pineapple. It didn't blend. Like you see when like KFC did the waffles and chicken thing with the waffle burger. Like for me, I messed with that. Or the donut and the chicken level. I messed with that.
Bokang.
I messed with that because it was just donuts and chicken. Like it wasn't that deep. It was waffle and chicken. It's not that deep.
Even the people in the room are just like, what are you saying?
Like Jaja.
Okay,
like Jaja.
We listen and we judge.
We just fair. But for me, I messed with that. But that's because it blended nice.
Okay.
Pineapple, that pineapple burger. Yeah.
Hi, Hoshap.
Let's get into confessions, my dog. Me, I judge. I wouldn't lie. This is the first one. Someone says, whenever I'm not into a guy anymore, I'll purposefully start being disgusting, like telling them I'm taking a poo or pick my nose in front of them. It's much easier to do this and let them call things off with me so that I don't have to do it and be the bad person. Women are such bad people, bro. I'm sorry. What Upalwa King to say, hey, buddy, I'm grand. Like you save me time, you save yourself so much time and energy. Like the energy to first build up, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, so that he's like why, bro?
But the babang banya go hore ho tswa mabone o tswe ka strategy cause aba utlwe. Ho ka motse re ya ka lwena e chaile. It won't necessarily register. It'll be like, listen, I'll hotspot you with my love. But if slowly you get them, then it just makes it easier. So I hear it, but
I don't, bro. I think because, okay, excuse me, maybe I should be more direct. But I think I am quite direct in when I'm like, so I'm going to come to you and be like, yo, I'm about this. Like, then tell me, I think you owe me enough to just be like, yo, sharp buddy, I'm not there.
I mean, okay, it depends on the situation.
What do you mean?
Like, each situation is different. You find that you're with someone who can hear you when you're like, okay, our time is up.
Okay.
But then you find people who function and live in delusion where they're like, what do you mean it's over? What do you... So if it's a situation like that, then you have to cook up a scheme to get them
block and delete him. So let's block and delete all the ghosts, but not when you don't want.
But even the blocking and deleting, some people are relentless. Like Moto will send you a messenger pigeon. Okay, nah, people don't do that. You need to bring that back. But
I'm dead. I don't know, bro. I think communication, bro.
That's a whole other.
Open your mouth and say school fees, boy. You're a whole university student and you're telling me you can't say a graduate.
Hey.
And you can't talk.
Hey.
Nah, get out. Get out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying bros are better at communicating.
They definitely not.
But my goodness, woman, please, like.
Women are innovative. That's the thing. Like,
it's their energy.
But that energy, because the energy they were gonna spend trying to run away from you, they will spend trying to get out of the situation.
Which does not make sense. For one mark in the comments, explain.
Why?
Why? No, dog. But anyway, such is life.
Yeah, next
Do you
confession.
Boo? I think just put in front of him, bro. Like, take a newspaper.
You know, some people like ufila hore no. Oh my gosh, you're being like so open with me. You end up making the nigga fall more in love with you because she can fart in front of me.
She's so comfortable. I'm so dead. Jeez. Okay, here's the next one. About 3 years ago, I cheated on my ex with this bum dude. My ex forgave me, wanted to fix things, but then I didn't want to. Fast forward to today, I really want my ex back, but my pride just won't let me send him a message. Please help.
Don't do it. Yako a movie papa, and at the time you didn't want. Now you're gonna come back into the poor person's life and no amas wonder hore ish wabo. Should we not? Nah, stay out of people's lives, guys. Like, it's okay to miss someone. It's okay to reminisce, but that is never a reason to go back. It's not reason.
That's because you miss them.
Yeah, missing. It's normal to miss someone. I mean, if you were to go back to everyone you miss, you would be going in a loop. So
fair.
Like, I have moments where I miss people who I never thought I'd fall out with. But even in those moments, they tablet in my fucking room. And it's never reason enough.
It's not. But listen, here, let me cook, right? I'm saying, let it happen if you're serious. But hear me out. I think sometimes the idea of right person, wrong time is such a thing. So if you think, yes, I was young, give me a rematch. I think I'm better. I can understand things. I'm going to approach this differently. Great. But you must understand, especially in this context, how much you've hurt the person. Yeah. That this person is different from that experience and also from the years you guys have been apart. Yeah. So you're dealing with a whole entire human being.
Yeah.
And also for yourself, God willing, also you're a different individual coming into this. So meaning you're going to have to handle this differently. Yeah. But understanding that the relationship you had then is not the relationship you have now. Yeah. So you basically have to let go of that idea. And if you miss the idea, forget about it. But if you really miss the individual, the person, their soul, not what they did for you at the time, because they might not do what they did that time now, right? But if you miss that person, I say yes. But a lot of people don't have that because we're not that mature. So, lost my sister. Because I doubt you're ready for that. Let me not speak like that. Hey, my sister Zama, hey, if you're changed.
I think here's where we will leave it. Going back on the whole point of alignment, if it's meant to be and your guys' paths aligned, then it'll happen. If not, like literally don't act, hey, I miss this person. That's not enough. Like if it's supposed to happen, Bona, you'll get stuck in a lift with this person. Or go tla kopana le ena bona le le go busing wabo, and you're just like, ooh, hey, I'll have that talking wabo.
How are you doing? What are you up to these days?
How am I doing? What am I up to? I am a lot's happening. Life is moving very quickly, you know. And to a certain extent, I don't think I have had the moment to be like, okay, how are you doing? But even in that sitting down and thinking, okay, I'm doing this way, something will happen literally in the next 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, we have to now backlog and wobble. But for the most part, it's been good. You know, even in the storm, you know, I've been still finding W's. You know, one thing that I've been locking in with is the whole radio thing. I feel like in as much as I've been in radio for 3 years, 2-3 years, I feel like this year is my first year in radio. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, because beginning of the year, not even beginning of the year, I think Radio Awards, I'll take it back to Radio Awards last year, November, December. Being in that room with those people, the atmosphere, the talent, it just sparked something in me. I was like, okay, these people are cooking and we have the platform. Let's cook, you know? So 2025 comes around, beginning of the year, January, I made a personal decision with myself that, listen, it's a with or without you kind of year. So if people are going to get with the program, cool. Let's cook together. If they feel like it's too much, cool. Step aside. Let's keep going.
Train keeps moving,
And fortunate enough for me, I have been blessed with a team that is also on the same tip. Like, shout out to the people on the Sunday Chill, man. Yo, those people.
Tell them the time, Evan. What if they want to listen? Tax FM 107.2.
Yeah, Tax FM 107.2. Shem. Yeah, but yeah, the Sunday Chill has been, like I said, beginning of the year, I decided with or without you kind of year. Shared it with the team. The team was like, we are on that tip, you know? And it was just goal after goal after goal. One goal I set for myself, I was like, I want live music on my show. It's not enough that
I remember you spoke about it.
I was like, it's not enough that these people are just coming and we're chopping it up and then they dipping. I want to hear
something.
Wabo, but as for me, you are the one. Wabo, Ndebele. And it wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy. I didn't just ask and it came. I had to like
fight for it
and convince the then person, the higher, the powers that be. I wouldn't call them by name, but convince the powers that maybe who are okay, I want to do this. And I remember literally I was so gagged in that meeting. They were like, okay, but there's nothing special about this.
Get out.
Serious? There's nothing special about this. So why do you want to do it on your show? And I was like, because it's part of my vision. It's part of what I want to do. And they were like, okay, you can try it, but it might change when, you know, the new powers that be come onto the scene. I was like, I bet if it's just these 3 months, because they were only coming in month 3. I was like, if it's just these 3 months, it's fine. At least I did something. Wabo. From there, I was like, I remember I was like, there's 52 weeks in the year, ne? I was like, even though it sounds unrealistic, I want 52 interviews the whole of the year. And that is happening. Like I'm seeing it come to life. Literally, my Spotify making playlists for me, very easy. Could do it in my sleep. But now being at Tax FM, it adds that whole element of, okay, it has to be people from here. So now it's forcing me to look for the talent. And now I follow one brewer and he puts his friends on his story and it's a whole network. Like literally now my Instagram, best place to be at. Like I enjoy it so much because I'm like, I'm always running into music. I'm running into new artists. Like my TikTok, my algorithm, crazy. People that you guys are seeing on Metro FM and 947. On TikTok, Basa Dropa, Wabo. Oh, I'm teasing this song. Literally off the top of my head, Keywave. I don't know if you know him. Keywave, Enox, those brews, I'm looking back at when we did Enox's interview last year. It didn't seem, well, for me, I was like, okay, cool. Like, these brews are really cooking. Fast forward to this year, they've been on Metro FM. And that was after they came to my show. Another example is Jean-Paul
James. And he's up.
Bro. Up. I was like, okay, come through to the show. After that, Metro FM. So I'm like, I have to believe that they're listening. So those kind of things, those small W's are what has kept me going. And even in that, it's like I've turned my passion, which is music, into something that I'm growing in. And, you know, even though I feel like I've been paid in the exposure, the knowledge, the skills acquired there. Like, people always ask me, oh my gosh, they don't pay you guys there at the plantation. And I'm like, guys, even though even though Changur would be nice, what we're learning, the doors that it opens, like from the inside, and I think you can relate to that. From the inside, you'll feel like that place, I know about a place in J, especially with what the transition we went through recently, where it went from vibes to what the hell is going on here to okay, better days. It's I'm fine. I'm losing my train of thought. It's very mind blowing when someone from the outside is like, oh my gosh, you're at that place. Oh my gosh, you work with this person. Another great example. That's why I'm like, alignment, guys. Alignment. For my show, my usual presenter couldn't be there.
Yeah.
They apparently asked people who can fill in. People were hesitant. But Barbara, shout out to her, she was like, I'll do it. And I'm like, looking at her as well, her trajectory, it's bona, wabo. And I'm like, crazy enough, her being the one to be like, listen, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, but I'll come do it. I have to believe that what I am doing
is doing something.
I'm doing something. I'm cooking.
Oh boy, you are. Like, I won't even want to lie to you. You are cooking. And I hope you keep it there. Genuine chats. Unfortunately, we don't have much time and I have to wrap it up here. But I just want to encourage you, bro. Like, keep cooking. Keep doing your thing there, Tax FM. It's Sunday chill.
The Sunday chill.
Sundays, what time?
10 to 2.
10 to 2, guys. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Listen to that show. I'm telling you, it's a vibe, bro.
To all the people who say, I don't listen to South African music, you are not listening to the right people. Come to the show. You will get the right people.
My dog, thank you so much for coming through today.
Thank you for having me.
An easy app, a light app.
Like, next time, we charge 3 million.
What a line?
Yeah.
So like, comment, subscribe. I thank you. But listen, my dog, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode with Ntsako. Keep your eyes tuned. Ntsako is going to blow up in the very near future. If you don't know this name.
Socials Ntsako.za. Like, that's also a crazy thing. Like, how I got that name. In high school, I went to an Afrikaner high school. So they were saying Ntsako, not Ntsako. And the default response as a black person is get pissed. Like, why aren't you saying my name right? And I was like, nah.
You're going to grow up with it.
Yeah, I'ma just, make it a thing. So that's how Ntsako came about. So Ntsako.za everywhere.
Alright, you heard it here first. Also, if you missed that, check it in the description. Make sure you follow the boy. Until next time, my people, it's been lovely. It's been great.
Peace out.
It's you.